Boy, howdy, is that loud. I could have sworn that I dropped the volume on that. Anyway, I am VoiceOver AU. Welcome to the Wasteland. Tonight we are continuing our journey through Fallout 2. Why are we here? Why am I here? Because I love playing games, but I also love digging into the themes and the topics that these games explore around the edges. And in the case of Fallout and Fallout 2, it's that beautiful 40s, 50s kind of American modernism kind of look to everything. It's placing all of our faith, all of our hope in science and, to some degree, capitalism, and having all of that bite us on the arse. It's that Cold War paranoia. It's this cocktail of all of these amazing things that come together to make a great game, not to mention just the cavalcade of bizarre personalities. I'm still halfway through watching Bad Batch, but I'm really looking forward to getting to the end of that. If you're a fan of Fallout, I highly recommend checking out Bad Batch. It's visually a gorgeous film, if nothing else. So tonight we are going to pick up from where we left off, which is as Big Bad Mother, boxing legend, having knocked someone out with a critical, because we're not that strong, but hey. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say a few thank yous very quickly. First of all, a huge thank you to Heretic Live and Seraph Angel 28 for the follow. I really appreciate that so much. I hope you're enjoying the Alien Isolation streams, which are on Monday and Wednesday nights in this time slot. I try to keep to a very consistent, very predictable time slot. So thank you so much for that. And thank you, as always, to those of you who share your audience with me. I really appreciate it. I can't say enough about the trust that represents, the amount of trust that you place in me by putting me in front of your viewers. So a huge thank you to Slayer Lover Gaming, to Even Prime TV, to Everything Apocalypse, which I started trying to say before, to Dubsack, and, as always, to Ironside. Thank you so much for the faith that you put in me, and I hope to live up to that. Boy, howdy, has it been a week for Apocalypse Media. I'll talk about this a little bit later on in the stream, because numbers always tend to pick up around about an hour in, but I don't know if you can see it. If I just angle it a little bit off the lens light there, that is my copy of the 2020 Commission Report on the North Korean nuclear attacks against the United States by Jeffrey Lewis, PhD. It's a speculative novel, but it is very well informed. It came to me via a recommendation on the podcast Deep State Radio, which I listen to, which is really interesting, which is a bunch of Washington insiders, people who have had long storied careers and dealing with the state and dealing with the private sector around the state as well in different ways. Really, really informed people on either side of the political boundary who are good friends, and they recommended that. I just finished, by the way, speaking of that, Rosa Brooks's How the Military Became Everything and Everything Became War. Just finished the audiobook of that, which was fascinating. It's a really interesting look at just why it is that the military is taking more and more responsibility, or why more and more things are becoming the military's responsibility moving forward. And it's not what you think. Like, it's not a power grab within the military. There's some really interesting stuff that it goes into, but it also looks at another disturbing trend, which is the militarization of police forces, which is kind of a separate thing to that. And, super disturbing when we saw footage, for example, of people with automatic weaponry during the Occupy protests, I remember it being. But we also saw this in Ferguson as well. Like, police forces doing something that, to my understanding, and I only understand a little bit of this, like from research. Those of you who've served or are actively serving in the military, Louis, where are you right now to stop me from putting my foot in it? But yeah, my understanding is military personnel do not draw a bead, do not basically sight someone on a rifle unless there is an intent to actually fire, because it's an aggressive gesture. Like, the last thing you actually want to do in a war zone is get into a firefight. No one wants to do it. So you don't do it unless you're ready to actually kill someone. But these people were doing it as a way of intimidating civilians, which is just messed up. Anyhow, well, let's at least say it's a complex topic. It's a complex and interesting topic. There's a couple of other authors on both sides of the fence that I've read that have sort of interesting and conflicting viewpoints on all of that. Anyhow, all of that by the by, let's get into some Fallout 2. So we're at New Reno. We've fallen in with the bishops. We brought that briefcase down from Vault City. So I'm going to hang around here for a while, see if maybe I can pick up some jet, see how this boxing career is going to go. But I do think it's about time to kind of put the foot on the gas when it comes to... And I'm just going to hop out of here for a sec just to put Streamlabs in my dashboard, because I like my dashboard for Streamlabs. Yeah, it's time to put the foot on the gas with regards to this GEC, because we've got 2 warnings from Dreams, and I suspect that we're running quickly out of time. I'm not sure we've got much time left with that. There we go. So let's see how we go. Our levels are looking good otherwise, so I don't really have a need to open that. So the thing that I kind of want now... one thing... I've done a little bit of reading too, and one thing I'm learning more and more with this game is that I really need to be talking to people more and exploring the options that they present. I think there's a lot of things that I'm missing here by not talking to people. Okay, what do you see? Jet. Okay, selling jet. Perfect, that's what I want. Alright, let's deal. That's perfect. Jet's exactly what I wanted. Sir, I will take one of your finest pharmaceuticals. Take 2 even. How are we going cash-wise? Gotta remember. Oh yeah, 1,000. Saving up for 2,000 for saving up for 2,000 for the car. Alright, I reckon that'll do me. Yay! Alright, nothing to pay, thanks Jimmy. Yeah, I'm realizing more and more that I'm kind of rushing through content. And there's a lot of options in here that I'm missing. Which is it's a bad impulse. I don't know where it's come from. Milady? No, just listening. Hello, Sims. Oh, okay, so they're a band. Oh, they're all a band. Don't really need to go to a pawn place. So how are we going hit points wise? 21 out of 52. Not great, we could use some rest. I have 1 stim pack. I don't really want to use it right now. 1 stim pack, man, that's rough. That is not good. Alright. So let's... Yeah, see, this is where all my time's going. I'm burning it up. Just resting. That's what you gotta do. Alright. 4 hit points. Okay. Let's save again and see how we go there. We had this conversation last week, but one save that I've got to be really careful not to save over is that initial Vault City save in case somehow I've worked myself just completely into a corner. Although Vault City, I think now, I've got to remember, I think they're kill on sight now after I tried to steal from one of the people outside the city. I guess we'll see what happens. Actually, I should be able to tell from Karma. Vault City's antipathy. Okay. It's not so bad. And as it is a Friday night stream, as always, the question for Friday night is, what is the best thing that has happened to you this week? Answers on the back of a postcard or in chat. Alright, let's fly. Just one strength. Something. Yep. I'm ready. I am ready. Ah, and now I've crashed. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Let's not do that. Alright, come on. Oh man. Guess you can't cheat. 4 maximum action points, 4 strength, 3 perception. Wow. Nope, nopity, nope. Not doing that. So I guess you can't cheat. Well, that's a good thing. Well, actually, let's see if I've got my if I've got access to my inventory. And like, I'm guessing that. Let's see how clever the game is. I'm guessing that it's not going to let me just open up my inventory. Yeah, no jet. All right. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to do that with no, like down an extra 2 strength points. No. No. All right. Yeah, still got both jets. All right, let's try another. Let's try another one straight up and down. Let's see how we go. We're a precision boxer, not a strength boxer. Alright, let's see if I can dance him around the ring. Whoop. There we go, that's perfect. Duck and weave, duck and weave. If I remember correctly, my last, like the hit that I made was actually not a targeted hit. The critical. When I punch someone and it caused a critical, I don't think it was a targeted punch. I must break you. That's nice. That's awesome. I love the animation for their ducking and weaving. It's very cool. Yeah, this isn't happening. That's okay. One bout, to be honest, is one more bout than I thought I was going to win. yeah, the numbers are favouring him. Duck and weave, duck and weave, duck and weave. Well, that didn't do that much. Yeah, it's gonna happen, folks. And that wasn't a bad string of recovery punches. There it is. Oh, he's killed.
Has claimed your life. Arroyo attempts to send out others to search for the Gek, but they die quickly, and the village soon follows.
I thought that would have been non-lethal. Oh, there we go. Let's, where's the magic button? Let's get that happening. Where's the magic button? There we go. Lucky number 13. Well, that's the last time I go into a boxing match. Half dead. Huh. So what to do now? Should we hang up our gloves? I did say I was ready for another fight with him. Nothing, just looking around. Yeah. So I can't really hang up my gloves there. See, a rabid boxing fan. Gooch. Can we just bring up our help screen? I hope that's the button I just pressed. No? Try again? Where's my help screen gone? I thought it was F1. Let's bringing up a giant blank screen. Well, I'll do it the hard way. Oh, okay. He doesn't like that. That's fair. I might come back a little bit later. I don't want to use my last stim pack for a boxing match at the moment. Let's have a chat to Bill. Okay. It's good chatting with you, Bill. Feels a little bit. Hello, fellow kids. Excuse me, sir. What kind of drugs do you have? What are you purveying? I would like to partake of some chemical entertainment. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's go for a wander around. What do we got? What about you? Oh, you're a pimp. I'm guessing there's not going to be much to be gained from chatting with pimps. I should probably pop my armor back on though. Just bumped my What are you wobbling for? Just bumped my microphone somehow. That's not good. Alright, let's go for a wander through New Reno and see what kind of folks we can find. See one of Wright's. Okay. Right sons, right daughter. No. Yeah, let's go from top to bottom in this place and see what we can shake down. One of Wright's sons. You see dog. Alright, let's have a chat with the man with the mohawk. Who are you? Chris Wright of the family, right? Yeah, I'm looking for a job as a family. At the house. Wow, it's a dynasty. It's an awful lot of offspring there. Where's the palatial Wright house? Is that over there? So what does that make? That makes 3 families in New Reno. That's or 3 factions that I've seen so far. Salvatore, the Wrights, that must be the house, and Bishop. Yeah, this must be the house. Alright. Let's go see what we see. Doo-doo-doo. Let's have a chat with Keith. Looking for a job. I don't really want to start shooting up New Reno. Alright. Huh. Well, I mean, technically I've already got work. Cannot get there. Yeah. Yeah. Shooting his son's not gonna... It's not gonna put me in his good graces. Something for later, maybe. Very interesting, though. Need to start keeping a quest log somewhere. Or threads to pull. Can I get in there? No, I can't get in there. Well, let's at least go have a chat with the people in the pawn place and see what that comes to. Gotta go everywhere. You never know. Sex workers are honest entrepreneurs. So, who knows? Although, ma'am, I could stand to have you leave the doorway. Like, seriously, get out of the way. Thank you. One of the Corsican brothers' bodyguards. You see one of the Corsican brothers, alright. What is this place? Oh. No. No, I think that goes in the same. Actually, let's have a look-see. I just want to check. Let's have a look-see, because if that option's available to men as women, as well as women, that is like one of the first times sex has come up in an equitable way. Because that's been my problem with the sex so far. Like, most of it has just been like, it's stuff that only appears. Yeah, it's available for both genders. Yeah, why not? I can do it. Let's just double check that our levels are good. La-da-da-dee. Excellent. Just lights to occasionally make sure. Yeah, let's do it. 5 chips. 5. That is not a lot of money. Oh, that's what happens. So you can't negotiate. Oh, let's see what happens. Poisoned. Okay. That's literally 5 clips. That was not worth my time. I thought it would be a little more lucrative than that. That was not worth my time. Doop 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 doop. Yay, and now I'm poisoned. Alright, let's go see what's south. Let's go see. Yeah. NCR with a slightly disturbing piece of imagery there. So this is a flop house. Alright. There is nothing to be found there. Cat's paw. Which I think I've been to before. I don't think there was anything I could do in here. Alright. Well, there you go. Found something. Got something to do with those magazines, so don't throw them away. Hey, Jules. You are? Yeah. What are you looking for, Jules? Eldridge in the West End. Alright. Yeah. Drugs I don't need. Heavy firepower. Eldridge and West End. Fair enough. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's useful. Thank you, Jules. Well, let's go have a chat with Sheb. No. It's the only thing interface-wise that it would be nice to have. It feels like it would be really good to have a way of just being able to see automatically like who you can chat with and who you can't. Auto maps. New Reno. Oh, so I haven't been to West End yet. I've been to Virgin Street, 2nd Street, Commercial Raw, East Side. West End. Alright. So West End should be... Let's go back up. Maybe there's something to the west. Do-do-do-do. Well, you gotta give them something. Sex and drugs would, you know, two kind of universal things. There'll always be a demand. Even post-apocalypse. I do wish I wasn't poisoned, though. That would be nice. Come on, let's go over this way. Ah, okay, so maybe that's where I get to West End. Let's go! It's time to run! Oh, here we go. So I haven't been here. Yeah, Renesco's. There we go. Wasted looking junkie. Yeah, because having to hover over people, especially when they have the same model, and realize, oh, that person's got like a meaningful description, I might be able to talk to them, versus... Oh, I've been in here. So why don't I have a map? Auto maps. New Reno. New Reno. So this isn't West Side? Or West End, rather? Let's see Renesco. No, not who I'm looking for. I wish to find Eldridge. Where is Eldridge? Yeah, 101 Posse represent. New Reno Arms, that would be it. Alright, well, let's go see what serious firepower is available. Set up like a place that means business. I like the design. Is that press a buzzer? See Eldridge. Alright. Vault-Tec voice recognition model. 3,000. Can't afford that. Oh, it's good to know though. Alright, let's see what it's got in stock. Ooh, leather armor Mark II. A Tommy gun. Oh, I want one. .45 caliber. FAL. Yeah, both of those are outside of my price range. 44 Magnum. How much do you cost? Oh, not the right one. How much do you cost? 44 Magnum? Yeah, it's still out of my price range. Damn! Well, that's good to know. I know what to come back to. Alright. Alright, that's about it then. That's about... like, that's... actually, let's go have a chat to Elrich and see if there's anything else I can chat to him about. I didn't check that. It's nice to know I can get that chip from him, though. Can you modify or upgrade weaponry? Poof! Alright, I think that's about it. Yeah. Well, definitely someone to come back to. Might as well go have a look in here. Father Tully. Yeah, it's actually daytime. Who are you? Yeah, didn't imagine you would have. Huh. I've been ditching most of my alcohol because of weight limits on carrying. I wonder if it's actually worth keeping it. What I could really use is somewhere to store stuff. That would be nice. Alright, let's use the stim pack we've got remaining. So it seems like there's only... hang on. Check the Pip-Boy for quests. Status. New Reenair. Yeah, Western and NCR, and then deliver 10 cat's paws. There's not really anything else I can do here. There's not really anything else I can do in... I reckon we head back to Vault City. Let's use the last stim pack we've got to heal. And then we'll go back to Vault City and just see if there's something else that we might be able to do. As if I rest being poisoned. Let's just save again. Oh, that time delay is probably going to make me lose hit points too, because I'm poisoned. Whee! Oh, that's a lot more hit points. Almost up to full. On one stim pack. It's not bad. Alright, now I'm ready to rumble. Let's see what poison does to me. Oh, 1 point. That's not bad. I feel like I got better capacity now. Well, I do have better capacity. I've got an extra, like, 20 hit points. Let's see what we can do with them. Just hanging out for that critical. Tonight's match is brought to you by Gamma Gulp Beer. Your skin's lacking that special glow? Choose Gamma Gulp Beer. Couldn't decide on an accent there. 121 pounds. Yep. Somewhat of a lightweight, I think you'll find. But yeah, without that, without more strength, there's no way I'm gonna. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna beat him, unless I can find someone who'll doctor my gloves. That'd be nice. Duck and weave, duck and weave, duck and weave. Move that way. That was a solid string. Yes. Ah, he got back up. Damn it. I thought I'd done it for a minute there. Yuck, yuck, yuck. 3 hits to his 2. Just need to make him count. Yeah, I knew you were going to get that one sport. Here's that click. Is my AC resetting? Laid you out one sport. I can do it again. Do. Oh, wait, what? Ah, it was run 1. Alright. Huh. Well, there you go. Let's go up here. I wonder what happened for a minute there. Oh, I see. Unspent. noticed that before. Unspent action points go towards my AC. Ah. Unfortunately, the first time I used the gimmick, the guy lays into me with 2 clear hits. It does mean, though, that at least using that... Yeah, it means that at least staying still and keeping it in my AC is better than walking away. That's something. That was terrible. The odds are not in my favor. Yeah, I don't like my chances of pulling a last minute win out here. It's worth a try. That 50% chance is just... Hey, Damien Wise. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before. It kind of makes me want to do this, like really. The problem is it seems like every time I hunker down, he then just pastes me. So it gives me the feeling that it's not effective. See, like that. How's your week been? What's been happening in your neck of the woods? Alright. Getting pretty good at timing those, though. Getting just the right distance away. Let's play the odds. Yeah, it seems like every time... Yeah, it seems like every time I hunker down, I actually get hit more. Either that or it's just the RNG starts to favor the opponent after a while. Because I'm whiffing pretty much all of these now. Oh, there it is. Oh!
You have died. Your village is lost, doomed to die of starvation.
Well, that's the end of my boxing career, I think. Game design, tell me more. Tell me more. Alright. Yeah, let's go back up to... Oh, hang on. There's one casino I haven't really been to here yet. So let's do that. Yeah. Bonus to my sitting duck score. Very good. Very appropriate. It sounds like you've had a really great stretch. Like it's, man, those stretches of time when things are just flowing, the ideas are just flowing thick and fast, they're the best. But yeah, what are you doing game design wise? Like, are you, what, RPG, tabletop, or are you talking role playing campaign? Tell me more. There's so many options here. Mordinos, men, all have weird masks. Have I been in here? I feel like I haven't been in here. I feel like I haven't tried to... Let's have a chat to little Jesus Mordino. Oh no, I did have a chat with him. Yeah. Oh, fantastic! I didn't know that. That's awesome. Pay by email RPG. Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, so important, but so hard to chase. It is always nice, and it's always nice in those moments though when it just comes to you. That's gorgeous. Can you tell me more about the RPG? Like, what's the setting? What's the structure of it? Alright, so here's my game plan. I know we're all the way down here in New Reno. Let's go back up to Vault City. Well, we might as well go by Broken Hills. Mobster, 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 mobster. Yakuza. It's the mob versus the Yakuza. Of course it is. Of course it is. Well, I'm just going to head out of here because I don't have enough to clean up this fight. I don't have enough in the way of firepower. Do 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 do. Because everyone here is packing fairly serious heat. I do like that the mobsters are led by someone in the traditional, like, hat, suit, the whole nine. Tradition's important. Important. That's terrible. Hey there, folks. Tough thug. Agile thug. Big gun thug. No, thank you. What have I got inventory-wise again? Where's my long-range rifle gone? Oh, it's still there. Assault rifle. I wonder, kids. Could we go for the headshots? Who are you again? Where's Big Gun Thug? It's you. Oh, 25 in the head, 65 in the torso. I'll take a torso shot. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That it's super difficult getting people together in the one space. That's so true. Gonna shoot you in the groin. Alright, and I'm going to take my medicine, because I feel like I'm going to regret it if I don't. Now, what's a good counterpoint to the assault rifle? Probably the shotgun. So let's make sure that both weapons are loaded. Because that's something I've been forgetting to do. I've been forgetting to make the most out of opening up the inventory. And what do you take again? You take 5 mil. Which I've just got barrels of. Alright. There we go. Oh, and there goes my stim pack. In one shot. It's an experiment. We're doing an experiment here. And that's the kind of result that we were hoping to get from the experiment. I'll just back up a little bit more. The 22nd century is coming to an end, and so is life on Earth as we know it. Oh, interesting. So, like, spacefaring sci-fi or post-apocalyptic? Or neither of the above? Tell me more. I wish to know. I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. Ow. This may not work. I just wanted to give it a try. I figured 3-on-1 is better odds than I've faced in the past. Because it's scraps like these that I'm going to get, that the inventory is going to come from, to actually get a decent scratch together. Oh, if I can hit you in the torso for 75%, let's do this. Why indeed use a single shot, I say. Wait, what? She got up from that? Oh no, the other one I knocked unconscious got up. I was gonna say. That would have been See, this is what I should have been doing for ages. I should have just been turning people into paste. In fact, if I'd started this fight this way... You can have some too. Hit for 9 points. Well, it's not good. Because all it's going to take is one more shot. But that agility's working for me. Well, this is exciting, folks. 22 points. So close. Ah, oh, come on. 24 points. Should just be headshotting the guy for that much damage. Come on, 88%. There we go. Yeah, can you tell me anything more about the world setting? There we go. I earned some experience, and hopefully these fine people have got things for me. 4 caps. And... a 14mm pistol. It's not nothing. Oh, sweet Jesus. A flamer. Maximum weight capacity. Alright. It's time to drop some things. What's that? My day pass. I'll keep my day pass for now. Oh! Oh, interesting. So the players are running like factions. There's an RPG that kind of models that. I don't know if you're... I couldn't remember, now that I've said it, I couldn't remember what it is, but Patrick's done some writing for them. Hang on, let's have a... What's my weight limit at? 119 out of 150. 5 pounds. 5 pounds. 7 pounds. I want to keep those. These are useless. I've never found a use for them. I'm going to drop them, and if I regret it, I regret it. 5 pounds. Everything weighs 5 pounds. And it weighs 5 pounds. Ammo. So can I get that in there? No? Because it's jacketed hollow piercing. That's why it's not going in there. Oh, so I didn't actually reload before. I just thought I did. How much does a crowbar weigh? Do I need a crowbar? I don't think I do. I don't think I need a crowbar as much as I need guns. That's right, folks. It's that exciting time again. It's inventory time. Oh, I did not want to do that. We all love inventory time so much. Yeah. Alright, got a flamer. I don't want it, I just want to sell it. Because those things are fierce. 223 pistol. That, I think, was worth my time. Yeah, what sort of mechanics are you using for interfactionary conflict? Because that sounds really interesting.
A kind gesture.
Thank you so much, Lightscene. Thank you very much for the biddies. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And welcome to the channel. It's my post-apocalyptic biddy dance. Biddies, 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 biddies. We just killed people and profited from the experience. Which I feel is something that Fallout encourages. Oh, hello. Fruit. You see fruit. Take the fruit. Tech will be gently extrapolated from contemporary levels. It'll peak, and then back down as the situation got tight. Shining Tail is not an excessive amount of gear, no miraculous space opera tech, thousands of years suspended, but no FTL travel. Oh, okay, so suspended animation's still a thing. Cool. That sounds like a really interesting setting. I've got a horrible tendency of relating what I'm reading to everything, but it reminds me of the best parts of the Expanse series, because it's factions, all of which... Oh, no. No thank you. Why am I getting attacked by the Yakuza? Why is there a bunch of Yakuza there? There's no one else, there's just Yakuza. Okay, this could hurt. This could hurt badly. I'm out of here. And they all have headbands. Yeah, how's your week been treating you, Lightseam? Lightseam? My apologies. Lightseam. How has the week been treating you? Let's see if we can't find this missing person for Marcus, because if we can get a super mutant as a companion, that feels like It feels like a good way to...
A kind gesture.
Thank you again for the biddies. Thank you so much for the cheer. Very much appreciated. So where are we? We're in Broken Hills. Find the missing people for Marcus. I'm gonna have to go and have a chat to Marcus to get him to remind me about that. Oh! This is not an open carry neighborhood. Yeah, can you talk at all, Damien-wise, about the mechanics that you're using for sort of faction dynamics, or are you largely sort of extrapolating the results of actions yourself? Like, are you figuring out how that would play out? Like in a rules-light sense. Alright, let's wait until morning. Oh, okay, so players come to you with the results of their dice rolls. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, that's right, Marcus isn't in the residential part of town, he's in the other part of town. Wait, what?
Rest in peace, chosen one.
I don't remember doing anything to Broken Hills. I must have. I must have done something terrible to them. Oh, man. Now we're all the way back at New Reno. Hey, Busty Bookers, yes, that is an appropriate face to make. Not good. And I was so proud of myself for winning that combat, too. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm struggling to remember. I must have done something terrible in Broken Hills, but I can't remember what it was. I must have gotten busted stealing. That'd make like 2 separate cities that I've been busted stealing in. Wah, wah. Thug life. It'll catch up with you. Oh. Alright, let's not go back to Broken Hills, because Jesus Christ, getting machine gunned down is not on my list of things to do. I wonder if it's just that I've taken too aggressive an approach to being a villain in this game. Because if I go back to Vault City, and it's kill on sight there as well, doesn't leave me a lot of options. But yeah, that... You put it well. You put it well, Bookers. Or Busty, you prefer. 0 time. 0 time for my bullshit. Just machine gunned down.
A kind gesture.
Thank you again, Lightseam. You see a bandit, a bandit, a bandit, and a bandit. Four on one. Oh, we could try what we did before. Let's get some licks in. Take that. I got 42 hit points, so I'm riding high. I'll take that for the close quarters. I'll load up that. Man. Can't believe Marcus just shot me. Just then and there. Do 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 do. Alright. We're opening up with bursts. And now I'm going to start banking those AP. And now I'm going to get shot. Oh wow. Well, this is what this is for. Thank you for joining the Up Close Club. 11 points. That does not feel as impressive as it should be. This fight might not go the same way. Oh, you son of a... See, that's why I'm glad I killed the flamer in the last fight, because those flamers, they just tear through. Critical hit in the head, 10 hit points. Ow! Yeah, this is not happening. There it is.
You have perished.
Oh wow. Thank you, Ron. That was short and to the point. Yeah. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. It really is brutal trying to get anywhere in this game. The random encounters. And man, not having a friend. Not having a... What are you guys holding? What do you got? Yakuza member, guns, nice. Looks like you've got blades. This is going to be a waste of ammunition. They really do feel like they've walked out of a bad 80s post-apocalyptic film though, given that they all have those red headbands. Someone somewhere was collecting. Alright, let's see if we can cut across the mountains here. Reduce our travel time. And I was so proud of myself for that fight that went well too. I've got to get into the habit of saving. Like, I guess I do have to save scum to a degree, because I picked up some decent loot out of that, like 3 decent weapons to sell. That's how it goes. So, for those of you who've joined us on a Friday night stream, the question of the week is, what is the best thing that's happened to you this week? I would love to hear how your week has been. My week has been pretty good. It's been productive, which is terrible. It's not a very exciting way of describing it, but I split my time when I'm not here between working a survival job and doing voice acting. And so I've been working a lot of time on the survival job this week because I've got Melbourne International Games Week coming up, which is in 2 weeks, which is terrifying. which is basically a week-long set of industry events that happen. Like it starts on with Unite on Monday, which is a conference for Unity developers, which I won't be going to. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, there is GCAP, which is Games Connect Asia Pacific, which I will be going to, which is an industry conference where a lot of people will present on a whole bunch of stuff, and it's a huge networking opportunity. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's PAX. I'm going to be on 2 panels at PAX this year. One on horror games. I'm looking forward to both of them. My friends died, Busty Bookers. My friends died. I had friends, but trying to get out of the way of random encounters, I've lost both Sulik and... God, I can't even remember who the other person was. But yeah, both of them died. In incidents like that, sprayed with automatic weapons fire, was not good. No, I didn't. I didn't save scum them because I'm trying to avoid save scumming. I'm kind of regretting it, but I'm trying to avoid save scumming the game because it feels like if I lose them, that's like my fault. Like I really enjoyed the moments. Not enjoyed in the sense of like, they're dead, but I really enjoyed the moments in Fallout 1 where I lost my companions because it felt like it was hard fought. Like it felt like they died at points that were advancing the story. Oh, thank you, Damien. Yeah, one's talking horror games, which is a sequel to a panel last year, doing the same thing, which I'm really looking forward to. And the other is playing a game of werewolf on stage. Oh yeah, Dog meat lasted so long for me, Busty Bookers. In let's call you Busty, but Busty, I'll call you Bookers. Feels weird calling you Busty. Don't know you that well, but yeah, dog meat lasted with me until I was fighting super mutants, and even then in Fallout 1, like dog meat was doing pretty well, and it took basically like it took an explosion. I think he even came with me first time I went to... No, he didn't go to the Super Mutant base, but it was one of the big fights in the Necropolis. Oh, hello. My attention just twigged. Yeah, everyone, you just hang around there, and you all do your thing. And I'll just be over here, okay? Yeah, you all do that. There's 3 people left. I can do this. Just walk over here. Yeah, I gotta respect the decision there, putting your own dog down. I let dog meat come with me into combat, but it feels cruel. It feels so cruel taking your it feels kind of cruel taking your own animal with you into combat when there's... Oh, okay, there's still 2 of you and still 2 of them, so I'll just wait. Yeah, I was walking around in power armor, so there were just these massive explosions that were bouncing off me, and that's the point where he died. Yeah, just as a quick reminder too, folks, there's 2 separate polls on the page for the channel. Love to get your feedback in terms of what you'd like to see more of, and also it's really handy for me to know like how it is that you found the channel. Good, thank you. 2 and 2, these are good numbers. I'll just be over here. I'll just adjudicate. And yeah, you're right. Like, you're right, Damien Wise. Like, productive is a good word. I always feel a little bit... Like, boring's a bad word to use, but you know, it's not the most... I thought we still had... Yeah, we do. Alright, well... Shoot! Shoot, people! No? Alright. There we go. There we go. Yeah, productive weeks always feel good when they take away stress. Because the big... Like, I'm really lucky with my survival job. It's just... Like, I work from home doing IT work. But... I always feel nervous. Like, my big worry is just, am I doing what I need to be doing? Like, it's just the stress of, am I productive? Alright, still best. Why are those two ghouls glitching? How about you guys take the other two on? You know, could you? Could you, would you? That'd be nice. Oh, you're out of ammo. Those ghouls really have glitched. Okay, let's spend 4 points getting out of... I don't want to create a firing arc and bring them in too early. Yeah, come on over. Come on over, buddy. Because yep, I keep reading it there, but I dig that decision. Like, there's humanely putting your own dog down. Respect it. Much heart. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Hey! Can I interest you in a gunshot to the head, point blank? For 9 points. Whew. That's, it seems low. I'm just gonna put that out there. A shotgun. Alright. Let's try plan B. You first. That'll do it. That'll do it. Because I... Oh. Hopefully these people have good stuff on them. Okay, so... Oh, again, karma for killing the raiders, so those ghouls aren't actually going to kill me. I'm not going to kill anyone, apparently. Alright. Alright. I will put my weapon away. I'm not hostile. I'll take those. Nice. And the second barrel of buckshot is free. Guaranteed to cure the common cold, epilepsy, rheumatism, soreness of joints, poor mood. That's right, buckshot cures everything. Step on up, friends, and try new revolutionary buckshot. It's the talk of the frontier. Hey son, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to get back to Vault City to see if there's a way to... If there's a way to be naughty and get around the restrictions that have been placed on me. That looks like a really cool weapon. Grease gun, SMG. This is exactly what I was looking for. This is the sweepstakes. Combat shotgun. Oh, tell me more. Tell me more. 12 gauge shotgun shells. Is that what I've got? Yeah, I got 12 gauge shotgun shells. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is actually better. This is better than the last fight that I was naughty in. Armor is probably pound for pound the best thing. Wrench. How's your week been? What is the best thing that has happened to you this week? Answers on the back of a postcard or in chat. In chat will probably get there quicker, to be fair. We'll probably see that first. How much does my combat knife weigh? No, you're not going to tell me here. How much do you weigh? Oh, that feels good. I'm definitely saving after this. I'm definitely going to save scum. 15 to 25 versus 12 to 22. Yeah, it's like 3 extra points on there. Alright, oh, that makes that easy. Assault rifle, assault rifle, assault rifle. Is there anything else that I want to take from here that I don't have? I don't think so. So now my real challenge is, like, I've got some decent, like, I've got high value items, but offloading them, like being able to actually sell them in any meaningful way for caps, like there's no one who has that much caps. And I can't. There's a couple of things like I really want to use money for, but yeah, there's just no one that has enough caps to trade with. I was really surprised in New Arena to find that too. Like I expected to find more people who actually had. Yeah, I can't begrudge being in my weight limit there. Yeah, I expected to find in New Reno, I expected to find more people with like with a larger amount of money. So I should have one of those greasers. I've got two. Okay, I've got 2 greaser SMGs. Yeah, the weapons will be worth more than a leather jacket. Alright, we're good. Oh, don't forget to save. Yay! That was a sweepstakes. Sweepstakes. What is it? Left shift? It's kind of tempting. It's kind of tempting to take out the 2 ghouls as well, but I'm at weight capacity. All I'm going to do is just make people angry. Let's not. Let's not say we did. Went drinking and playing board games. That sounds like an ace day. / week / yeah. Wherever it is that happened, that is a good combination of things. Drinking and playing board games. Yay! What did you play? What did you play? No, you're normally supposed to drink from the skulls of your enemies, but I'm going to drink from the skull of my friend. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Good thing I saved. Oh!
Your quest to find the Garden of Eden and return it to your village has failed.
Alright. Good thing I saved. Blood Bowl is so good. That sounds like... It's a great... I imagine it's a great board game to drink to as well. To my shame, I've never actually sat down and played, like, pen and paper Blood Bowl. Despite having been, like, at role-playing conventions for longer than I would care to admit. Alright, take 2. Man, that was brutal. That was... Game was taking me down a notch there. You see a caravan. Well, howdy, caravan. Can I trade with you? Thinking of all the rude and crude rumors about you just brings a tear to my eye. It would be an honor to trade with you. Oh, cool. Nice. Someone appreciates my shiftiness. What the F is that? A shiv? Okay. Psycho. Buff out. Combat drugs. Combat drugs are good, but I'm going to Vault City. I'm going to have to ditch. Speaking of which, actually. I didn't think about this before, but I'm going to lose my jet if I don't trade it. Damn it. Wow. 2 serves of jet for 50 bucks. I don't think so. Wow, and the aftermarket for that stuff is terrible. I guess I take it or leave it. Nice! 2nd out of 6, that's awesome. So was it like just, was it... Hang on, I'll start that again in English. Was it a friendly tournament? Tell us more. You see Shiv. Not sure I really want a Shiv. Healing powder. Well, I'll take that. It's not caps, but that works. It's better than losing it. Oh, fantastic! So was that like what? Was that a full day? 'Cause it sounds like that would take a while. Or did you have multiple versions of Blood Bowl? It sounds like a great day. Oh, nice. Whole day and night. Ah, 3 games going at a time. That's awesome. The only time I've ever played a board game day and night. See a caravan. It's another caravan. Oh, I'll happily trade with caravans. Oh, okay. So we got like the evil caravan and the good caravan then. That's fair enough. I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna mess with 4 guards. Yeah, the only time I've ever played a board game for that long is the first and the only game of Twilight Imperium I've ever played. I learned 2 things. 1, I'm a terrible human being when it comes to long-running board games because I don't know if this makes me that guy, but I was like, if I'm going to be playing this, for an entire day, I don't want to waste my time. So I read the manual the night before, read the rules, to get acquainted. And I figured out a strategy that I was going to use. So, I don't know if that makes me a terrible human being, but I didn't want to waste my time. Second of all, never play Twilight Imperium with a group of people where one person doesn't want to lose very badly. Because like role-playing games, when you've got someone who doesn't like being at a disadvantage, you can deal with those. When it's a board game though, like when it's literally the whole thing is about mechanics and decisions, and when someone's constantly doing takesy-backsies, it's no fun. It's not a great way to spend an evening. To spend a whole day. Fell off a truck and landed at your mate's factory. Huh. Interesting, there's a story to that. Alright. Let's start by having a chat in at customs. Hey, Skeeve. Oh, that's right, I did talk to him about it. I didn't have any money. Alright. Let's try bargaining down. Take the citizenship papers then. Unless you can pay for their silence. All right, let's extort back. Wow, I just became a citizen. I just became a real person. At a truck reloading facility, stuff will fall off the back of trucks and make their way. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sweet talking music going to help, Skeeve. Oh, there we go. I made 100 profit. Huh. I got citizenship papers now. I'm a real person. I forgot that I'd come back and talk to Skeeve about that when I didn't have like money at all. I didn't have any money to my name. Let's see what these can do for me. You are overloaded. Wow, just adding the citizenship papers has made me... I don't need a day pass, I'm a citizen. Here you go. Ah, nice, there we go. Appointment with the first citizen and he's expecting me. Wah, wah. No, 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 no. We must have missed meeting each other. Yep, there we go. I'm a real person now. How cool is that? It sounds like it's a good thing to have a mate like that, where things can just fall off the back of trucks. And it sounds like at the end of the day, the only thing. I'll start that again in English. The only thing that's really hurt by that is capitalism, and capitalism does enough damage to all of us. It's not really it's not really an innocent party. All right, let's go to amenities while we're overloaded, and let's try and sell some firearms. Let's see if we can trade up to some. Bear with me for just a quick second. I think my cat might be vomiting outside, and I'm the only person up at the moment. No, wait, no. It's a weird thing with headphones on, I'm hearing noises all around. Yeah, I'm just going to double check. I'm just going to make sure that my parole cat isn't being sick outside. Just plumbing. No, it's just plumbing. It's the problem with having headphones in. Alright, can I see what you have in stock? Need to trade up to some... Oh, stim packs aren't bad. Alright. So first of all, I don't need the shotgun. So let's get rid of that. With headphones in, yeah, it does. Where I am, like the lair, the HQ, where everything happens, just behind there, there's a pipe. And when it goes on, this is the pipe for like the ensuite. And when it goes on, it makes a kind of like a barking, raspy sound almost. So yeah, it does sound a little bit like a cat throwing up. Ooh, 45 caliber. I don't have much of that. I'll keep the weapon though, because it looks like a good weapon. These prices seem like they got a little bit more reasonable too. Let's take 2 of those back. So at the moment I just want to get... I'm mostly interested in just getting my weight down. What's that antidote? Yeah, I could use it. Just an antidote. Oh, it's a bit too expensive. That's right, folks. It's inventory time again. You love it. It's so good. It's inventory time. Oh, that's only 30... What is it? 27... 23, math being an important skill. 23 short. I'm not likely to be able to close that gap easily. Whereas if I pop that there... What does that put it at? Yeah, that puts it much higher. I want those sweet caps. I could throw in one of these and see where that takes it. Let's try to calibrate this so that I can offload. I'm a little bit worried about doing this because I think those stim packs are just going to disappear pretty quickly. But 3, 2. That should 3, 6. No, that's not quite. Keep on getting closer and further away with the target. What if we take both of those away? What's that? Yeah, that's doable. Alright, so that's what? 1575. Oh, it's 10 off. Almost there. Alright, let's offer that. Oh, there we go. It's going to get my weight limit down. Yeah, so one thing I was going to mention earlier is, boy howdy, has it been a fucker of a week for post-apocalyptic fiction. Post-apocalyptic stories in general. I have not downloaded and read the IPCC report yet, but I'm going to at some point this week, simply because it feels like the first like way of being able to like act, being able to do something in the face of that. Because man, like having 20 years, we had 20 years, we sort shit out, or that's it. Like game over, all she wrote. 10 years, really. Excuse me. "10 years to get it all, like, to turn things around so rapidly and so drastically, to be able to save like human civilization. Just the scope of that, it's so big that, like, I don't know about you, but my brain just keeps like taking steps back from it. Like, on one hand, it's terrifying. On the other hand, like, what a time to be alive. But yeah, that's one where like it gets beyond. It feels too big to tangle with, and yet at some point we've got to do something about it. So that's been so hard to buck this week. On a brighter note, yeah, right. Well, they're going to be like those climate-induced refugees. Like, you know, that's going to be the first of it. But like, if we hit the mark where the planet just doesn't, like, we get ecological collapse, like, that's it. Like, that's game over. Like, except maybe for the people who are, you know, off in New Zealand, maybe with some sort of, like, you know, Silicon Valley wrought, like, permaculture system. Who knows? But on a brighter note, this came in the Post, which is the 2020 Commission report on the North Korean Nuclear Attacks Against the United States by Jeffrey Lewis, PhD. It finally came in. I've mentioned it before in on stream. And it came, and I'm really looking forward to reading that. Separate to panicking the fuck out about what's happening with the real world. Oh, okay. That's interesting, because like by 2050, yeah, I've really got to sit down and read it, because the impression that it gives is just all she wrote by 20 years, but maybe that's talking about irreversible, like, ecological collapse. I'm not surprised that you've read... yeah, poor Somalia, poor, like, a whole bunch of islands in the Pacific. Yeah. I'm not surprised that you've chewed through that already, though. Damien, I'm not surprised that you've already started on that. But yeah, like, it felt irresponsible, like, sounds like I'm making a little bit more hay out of, like, what we do here on a Friday night or Friday morning than it is, but, like, it feels irresponsible in some way when we're enjoying sort of post-apocalyptic media to not at least mention the IPCC report briefly. Like, if for nothing else, then, like, you are a group of amazingly, like, you know, talented people with diverse interests, so I'm really curious to hear what you think about it all. Alright, let's see if... On a happier note, let's see if my papers will get me into the vault. Oh, come on. Really? That's still not going to let me in the vault. So it'll get me some of the way, but not all the way. Well, that's a shame. That kind of puts me back at step one. Alright. Well, the city's been lying to itself for years. Yeah, let's hang them out to dry. So you've read the abstract, son, or you're saying read the abstract? I didn't even shoot anyone. I suppose he's a citizen. Gotcha, you read. Yeah. I'll start there then. Thank you for the suggestion. Alright, let's play this out and see what happens. I'm not adverse to killing every living thing in Vault City. At least to see how far we go. Like, let's run the simulation here. Well, unfortunately, I didn't really have a chance. Because it won't let me save in combat, and combat got auto-started by threatening Thomas More. Which feels a little silly. Yeah, I don't have high hopes of this working. From memory, though, I did save when I was back in Vault City. We'll find out if that's the case or not. Yeah, I'm just chewing through those. Oh! Before that crashed. No! I threatened Thomas More because Thomas More wasn't very nice to me. We'll go Prince of Persia Sands of Time on that. But that's not how it happened. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah, your point about Bangladesh, it's a really grim one, Damien. Like, countries that have huge population density but are located in areas that are just not a good, like just an unfortunate combination. And I think it was Bookers who brought up the climate refugees first, but that's going to be a grim time. And it always feels, I know it's naive to say, but it always feels frustrating. Like when we hit points like this, because you look at the amount of resources that we have in the world, and you look at points like the 60s, and when the US, for whatever reason, like even if it was politically motivated, got behind the space program, and I know it's a cliche, but we put a freaking human being on the moon. Like, we figured all of that out. And you think, this is why I find like I'm reading through the Expanse series at the moment. I was talking with Damien Wise about this earlier, because it kind of tied into what he was talking about with an awesome sounding play-by-email campaign that he's running, like a role-playing campaign. It sounds really cool. But you read stories like that, and we grew up with them. We grew up with Star Trek and the idea of spreading to the stars, and you think about the incredible tragedy of what would happen if, like, humanity, for all its foibles, thank you for that, humanity for all its foibles is still, as far as we know, the only game in town. And is that the one I want? Well, yeah, we go, Vault City Citizen. I did save. Ha! Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, we're the only game in town. And we have our flaws. But we also have a lot of stuff going. We also have a lot of stuff going for us as well. And just to lose continuity of all our history. Like, just for all of that to wink out. In a nod to Fermi's paradox. I did not know, by the way, Bookers, I did not know that Thomas More was a saint. Yeah, I missed that completely. Yeah, it's very true. We are incredibly lucky. He was knighted but never canonized. What? Hang on. Thomas More was shot by a cannon? Tell me more, bookers. Like, tell me more about Thomas More. Who is this Thomas More we speak of?
Yes? What is it? For a non-citizen, you certainly demand a great deal of my time. I do not remember your induction. Let me see your papers. Do you take me for a fool? If anyone would know these were fakes, it would be me. Who gave you these papers? If you tell me, I will allow you to keep your day pass. Oh, really? That confirms my suspicions. Your Vault City access is now revoked. Hand over your day pass and go with my guards to the front gate. Oh, did I? I seem to recall you claiming that you were a citizen. You are no longer permitted inside Vault City. My guards will escort you to the front gate.
I can't win in here. I thought it'd be worth a try. Because it can't get into the vault. Unless it's not manned. Hang on. Let's try something. Because I'm not going to be able to shoot my way through that place. I just do not have enough firepower for it. I'm going to guess. No, I can't rest at this location. It's a kick in the teeth. Oh. Oh. The good stuff, folks. Money, 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 money. He did get sainthood. It's like he can only get one version of canonized, and we've got to figure out which of those it is. Like a Schrodinger's thing going on there. What's that worth? First aid book, I'll take that. What else you got? Now I'm going to keep both of my submachine guns at the moment because I do not have a lot of ammo for the other one. Wait, what? Where's it gone? Don't tell me I got rid of both of them. That would suck. Oh, phew. Le phew. I thought I got rid of both of them accidentally. Yeah, I was probably hoping beyond hope. Rates are definitely better for citizens. Alright. 1650. It's close. It's close. Huh. I've learned something this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bookers. Really appreciate that. Grenades. Man, this is the good stuff here. Don't throw in my last assault rifle. That would be bad. Get rid of this. 1680? Is there anything else that I want from here that's... Whoa! Shotgun ammunition is brutally expensive. 1680, 16... Again, that's like 70 difference, but I mean, I can live with that. I can live with making a small loss. Because I can't see anything here that's a low ticket item. Oh, I might as well just put that back. Then it's 1650. Yeah, it's like 35. I can handle losing 35 caps. Apparently not. Apparently I should not be threatening Thomas More in a video game because it will end in a bloodbath that I cannot fight my way out of. Alright. Well, if nothing else, folks, we're getting caps together. So let's see what else my fake citizenship papers can get for me. Still bummed I can't get in that vault. We got Vault City Citizen. Lydia, oh Lydia, say have you met Lydia? Lydia the tattooed lady. Alright, thanks for the information. Broken Hills. It is a mining colony. You can go there and you can get shot at by a very unhappy super mutant. Because I'm guessing I can't just sneak. It would be really silly if I could just sneak straight past those people. The guards. I got citizenship papers, so you can take a hike, buddy. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, let's see if there's some other angles I can get on all of this. What is this place? Not much there. Alright, see if we can maybe get a servant assigned. That's right. I had a thing about raiders. Vault City. No? I don't have raiders. About those raiders. Any idea where they're striking from? What do you mean? Keep retreating south. Some southern... What's the deal with the south? Could probably find them. By 2030. Is that a recent plan, son? Is that a response to the IPCC report, or is that something that had been being planned for a while? Just prior to the report. Yeah, fair cop. Yeah, because I imagine as well, like, part of the problem there would be that the alternatives would be, like hybrid or electric cars, which still have a footprint in terms of their manufacture and their battery creation and their lifespan. Like, it seems like to get out of this, it's going to take like a pretty goddamn drastic restructuring of like what we assume to be everyday life. And I know it's rich for me to say that as a guy who's currently like got 2 computers running in his house, but you know, there's still that statistic about the fact that 75% of our emissions come not from what we do domestically, but from, what is it, there's 10 supposedly? There's a very small number of companies that are ultimately responsible for all of that. Yeah. Where's the power coming from that you charge your vehicle off? Or do you mean the infrastructure as well, Bookers? Do you mean like creating that infrastructure? Well, the first citizen's no use to me. That doesn't sound too bad, son. Like, if that could shift to being primarily nuclear and sustainable, that seems like it's a good thing. Yeah, and nuclear involves a lot of concrete as well, doesn't it? Which has like a huge footprint. Alright, let's see if there's anything that I can steal off this guy that might be useful. Maybe some test answers or something. There we go. Now it's rendering. What's my pickpocket? 2. No, hang on. 3. 3? 3? Is it 3? Now it's back to not showing. There we go. It'll only work every second time. Steal. Steal is 3. Let's see if there's anything I can grab off you. Nothing useful. Oh, I can get some caps. Let's see what happens. You steal the money. Yay! Thank you for your contribution, Proconsul, to the I want to buy a car fund. Which is coming along quite nicely. Oh, it is coming along nicely. Okay, nuclear is against the law. Interesting. I don't know if it's against the law in Australia, but we certainly don't have any nuclear plants here. Which is interesting, because in the past, like, multiple political parties have tried to set us up as a nuclear waste storage facility for other countries, because we're, like, tectonically, we're in a really good position for, like, popping a nuclear plant in the middle of Australia or somewhere in Australia because we don't have any fault lines. We've got pretty minimal seismic activity. Yeah. Yeah, like if it's 10 years to get emissions down, then trying to ramp up a whole bunch of new facilities just, yeah, really good point. This doesn't seem viable. Yeah, I still feel like I'm kind of boxed in here. Like I'm not going to get what I want, which is getting into that vault. Well, let's have a look at what we've got quest-wise going on. The dam, we've still got collecting money from Fred. No idea where Fred is. There's nothing to do in Klamath. We've pretty much done everything there, and that's why we're idolized there. There is Modoc. We could head to Modoc. There's nothing to do in Gecko. Yeah, and I don't even need to know. I don't even need to try it to know that I'm not going to shoot my way in there. Especially with 5 levels on the vault. Oh, it's getting tempting. It's getting tempting to roll back to not destroying Gecko, but that's a long way to walk back. Like, that's a long way to roll back in the saves. Because it looks like there's no... Like, I've got my fake papers, but they're not going to get me in the vault. There's nothing in here. Cash-wise, like I'm in a much better place. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fair cop. That's a fair cop, Damien, that when nuclear goes wrong, and especially if we're limiting sort of our... I can always throw Skeeve to the wind. For shits and giggles. Let's see what happens. Because those papers aren't going to get me where I want to go, and I've gotten the major benefit I can out of trading. Well, I mean, it seems like there's a middle ground, Bookers. It seems like there's a middle ground that we could hit. It requires some pretty drastic restructuring of the way society works, but if we can drop our energy needs, because let's be honest, like there's a lot we can lose that's not essential. I think there's a long way we could go in terms of reducing the amount of power that we use. But it certainly seems like renewable can create enough energy, and like without putting aside for a moment the footprint of like creating new battery infrastructure, like Elon Musk, for all his wacky faults, like he set up a battery project in South Australia to demonstrate like what could be done with being able to actually store renewable generated energy. All right, let's throw Skeeve to the wind. See you, Skeeve. Oh, where'd you go, Skeeve? Did you run away? He did. Looks like he ran away. Interesting choice. Yeah, if I can't get into the vault, Skeeve. So I reckon it's got to be. I reckon MODOK has got to be the next port of call. Like I've done. Just going through that one fight that I went through has done a lot to improve my inventory, improve my like firepower. But it's not enough. Not enough.
Well now, if it ain't the mysterious stranger, what can I do for you today? Interesting. Friend, Vault City ain't an interesting place. Unless the guards get bored, then you better take cover. Why you asking? You looking for something in this sinkhole?
Not that helpful. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on another one of the streams, but yeah, Cassidy is actually mod content. So Cassidy comes to us by way of Killup's restoration project. Yeah, I don't know, and like I don't know if this is me being silly or utopian, but it feels like apart from people's preferences, like this should be doable. Like it should be possible to reach a point that is fair and, well, even putting aside fair for a moment, that is equitable and actually allows us to, you know, not destroy ourselves as a species, because so much of the bullshit that's responsible for our consumption, our power generation, you know, all of basically what we're using to dig this hole is just kind of like, it's trivial distractions. Like, I say this without understanding, I freely admit, without understanding economics to any real degree beyond having done a high school economics course. But, you know, it seems like that endless cycle of like producing stuff that no one needs, like plastic tat that gets sold and forgotten. Like, it's not important. Hey, congratulations, Busty Bookers. Talking about something that is important, congratulations for reaching the rank of initiate. But yeah, it seems like one of those things where, and I know it's super complex in terms of like what's going on, especially like human nature, but yeah, it's frustrating. Alright. Well, that was less helpful than I hoped. I don't think there's anyone there I didn't talk to. Charlie? What's the deal with Charlie? Charlie? Yeah, there's not much else going on there. Alright. Let's head to Modoc for the last stretch of the stream. Let's head there. Yeah, I feel like I'm eating up time, but I can't see a way around all of that. Like it's to get to the Gek. I'm at a loss there. At a loss. I'm gonna have to do some research. I'm gonna have to think about this a lot. It's a lot. Figure out what's happening. Yeah, I know I've been saying this a bit too, but I'm gonna be popping in soon some ways for you lovely folks to be able to actually spend the caps that you are accumulating in stream. Just stuff like, you know, being able to throw gifts up on the stream, that sort of thing. Alright. Alright. Let's fuck up some mole rats and whatnot. Now remember last time I did this, I was a few levels ago, and what actually happened to me is I ended up getting killed by just the beefiest rats. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna give it a try and see how it goes. Do 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 do. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, with anything I do though, as always, I'll be taking people's feedback into account. Alright, let's fuck up some rats. This will be a way to finish the night. Should be out for me. Oh, is it possible to turn off overlays when you're viewing Twitch streams? Tell me more. I didn't know about that, son. If there's a way, certainly if there's a way of doing it as an opt-in, like that sounds perfect. Or I should say, a way that people can, if there's a way of allowing people to opt out, that sounds perfect. So clearly last time when I came through here I was not at the right level, because this, I got obliterated in here, but a few levels and a better weapon, and now it's rat season. That music's gorgeous too. Like, it's kind of incongruous for what we're doing here, but it's gorgeous. It's a really nice loop. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll have a look into that. I'll have a look. Thank you for letting me know. Because, yeah, certainly the last thing I want to do is degrade the viewing experience for people. Because I know that especially here on a Friday night, we've got a group of people who are here for the good stuff and not just novelty. But yeah, I'm always looking at ways that I can serve you all better, though. Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it, like after everyone popped in too, but I just finished listening to the audiobook of Rosa Brooks's How the Military Became Everything and Everything Became War, and it was really interesting. I highly recommend it. I found it to be a really nuanced view of just the creep of military responsibility. It talks a little bit as well about the other worrying trend, which is sort of the creeping militarization of police, and that is like far scarier. But yeah, I found it really interesting, and I think it's going to be wait, what? Rocks. Oh, I can pick up rocks and throw them at people. For defeating your enemies, you earn 115 experience points. Is that it? Is that all the rats gone? Because for some reason I can't shoot them. I see a rat, but I think it's a dead rat. Oh, there we go. Now I can oh, okay, it must have been blocked before. Done. Yeah, it talks through as well. Like, it talks through Rosa Brooks's personal experience, and man, has she had like she's had a really interesting career in terms of the places that she's found herself. And I ran into it via listening to a really good podcast called Deep State Radio, which is a bunch of Washington insiders, like people who have a really informed viewpoint and are at the coalface, and also, this is the really good thing about it as well, they're across the political divide between sort of like right and left, as you traditionally like might decide to cleave it. So it's not a biased podcast, and Rosa Brooks is one of the voices on that podcast, and they mentioned that book on there. It's also where I got the recommendation for the 2020 Commission Report book, which I'm really looking forward to digging into. I think it's really timely too, like we're talking about... Thank you so much for the host, SI7 Ruz. The Fifth Freedom. Oh, what's that? Can you pop a link to that in chat, son? Unless you're on your phone. If you're on your phone, don't worry about it. I'll chase it up later. But that sounds interesting. Like the last thing I read on it, and I got distracted by other things. But I'm probably going to pick it up because it's kind of related to it's related to all of this post-apocalyptic goodness. Is Rise of the Warrior Cop, which I found really interesting. Noam Chomsky book. Oh, okay. Interesting. Should be good then. It's a man who knows what he's talking about. Alright, have we fixed the rat problem? See, this is good. This is good. This is productive. Rodent problem is going to remove the infestation. No, I haven't removed it completely yet, man. There's still a rat out there somewhere. Yeah, thank you so much for the host. Sizruz, SI7 Ruz, SI7 Ruse. Ruse! Thank you for the host, I very much appreciate it. So somewhere around here there is another rat. Because it's telling me I haven't removed the infestation yet. I remember a really great quote from an interview with Noam Chomsky where he was talking about his parents and coming home from school one afternoon, and his father said to him, and I'm going to paraphrase here, so I might be mangling the exact quote, but he essentially asks him, like, what did you learn today at school? Did you learn how to think, or did you learn how to believe? Did you learn, like, rote memorization? Or did you actually learn, like, critical independent thought? And that's such a huge lesson for a little kid to get. I like to have a chat too. Well, because normally, if we've removed the infestation, normally those quests just pop by themselves, and it will tell me. But I'm tempted to go have a chat to the farmer and just see what happens if I come back in here. It might be like the Deathclaw infestation in Fallout 1, where I need to come back a couple of times. Yeah, just as an example as well, like this might shed a little bit of light on the sorts of things I'm thinking of. Like, not so much for gifts, like gifts are kind of open slather, but I thought it'd be fun, potentially, for things like this to throw up, like, extra time overlays briefly. Just some text pop-ups. Because we are in extra time, folks. I'm just going to see if I can clear out this one quest before we wrap up for the night. See if I can find the farmer. Oh, I should probably put my gun away as well. Otherwise someone's going to take poorly to that. Alright. Those omelets are good, but I'm saving my caps. Gotta find our farmer. Oh, I thought I was clearing out his garden. It still seems to think I haven't cleared this out. Which one? Are you talking about Rosa Brooks's book? Son? When you say you're having trouble finding it, are you referring to Rosa Brooks's book that I was referring to? Is there a way that I can get it to highlight enemies for me? Cool. Okay. You're referring to something else then. Which book are you having trouble finding? This is a mystery. I honestly can't see. Yeah, I can't see anything here that's four-legged and hiding from me. I see a bunch of rocks around. No rodents. Yeah, which book are you trying to find? Tell us more. Is there more to your farm? Hello, Coca Barista. Welcome to the stream. We're just about to wrap up for the night, but I'm just trying to see if I can figure out why the game thinks that I haven't killed all of the rats in this farm. I believe I have done an honest day's work shooting rats. The book that in Danish is called The Fifth Freedom. Oh, okay. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Seraph. Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to find mystery rats at the moment. Thank you for popping in. I hope your driving isn't too hectic. So what brings you our way, Coco? How did you find us? How did you find this corner of Twitch? Yes, it is my first time playing Fallout 2, and I'm making glorious, glorious mistakes. I've put pretty much, I think 2/3 of the cities that I've been to now, I'm kill on sight. So it's not going super well. Or depending on how you look at it, it's going really well. I'm being a bad person. Yeah, honestly, I cannot see right here. Why, game, do you think that there are still rats around? That's correct. And then I'll be back on Monday. We'll be back on Monday in that same time slot. I've put up my schedule. I've updated the stream schedule today, yesterday, today. But it's got everything on there for tonight and the next 2 Alien Isolation streams, or it should have. My mind is boggled. I can't find a single goddamn rat in here. I feel cheated. Alright. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in, Seraph. How's your day treating you? Alien Isolation will be the next... On Monday and Wednesday, it'll be Alien Isolation, so I'm back to Spooktown. Ah. Well, I'm glad. Thank you so much for popping in here, Coco. I stream Fallout 2 every Friday night. And I like to sort of talk about stuff around it too. So we've been talking about things like the IPCC report and a book that I picked up recently, which is the 2020 Commission report on North Korean nuclear attacks against the United States, which I'm really interested in getting into. So sort of we like to talk about, or I like to talk at people about pop culture around sort of the games as well. My day was awesome. It's getting to that point, yeah. So those of you who've joined us, please, if you've got a couple of seconds, the Friday night question is always, what is the best thing that has happened to you this week? And while I'm going back to Farrell, actually, I'm going to pop out of here for a sec, so we're going to lose that gorgeous music. I'm going to see if there's any known bugs around this quest. To Farrell Farm Rats quest. Going to see if there's any known problems with it. Also need to move quick, because the rats in the southern patch tend to run off screen if you can get them quickly. Head to the west and leave and go visit. You know they're all taken care of when a text float above your character mentions it. Yeah, it's not. Interesting. Alright, let's see. So I don't know if there are rats that have run off screen. The best thing that has happened to me this week, while we're on the subject of best things. Yeah, that's correct. Monday, same time. That's 8:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. If you have a look at the schedule on the channel page, I try and sort of reduce the confusion here as much as possible. If you have a look at the time slot on the channel page, the schedule should automatically convert to your local time zone. So that should answer any questions there. In Australia, it is 11:11 p.m. I don't know what time it is in America. Like, are you talking East or West Coast? Because I am based in Melbourne, Australia. Too right. Australia, mate. And I'm trying to figure out why that quest isn't popping for me. So some rats must have run off screen. I didn't see anyone run, though. No, it's all good. It's all good. I get that a lot. And it is absolutely not an insult. Thank you so much again for popping by, Seraph. And yeah, I hope to see you on Monday for Alien Isolation. If the time zone stuff on the channel page doesn't make sense, just send me a whisper. Just send me a whisper and I will shoot you like a convertible time zone link. And that should answer all questions. So yeah, it is it's 11:12 p.m. over here. In the PM. So it's still quite a reasonable hour. Let's go back to your farm, Farrell. Okay, come on. Come on down. Come on down! I'm not surprised that a Russian guy was playing Fallout 2 and was popular. I think I've run into a couple of them, actually. Because I have to check timing on this, but didn't the Metro novels and Stalker, like, don't they predate, like, the original Fallout? They were there first, weren't they? I have indeed played Fallout 1. We played through Fallout 1 and finished it, and it was a blast. It was a pretty successful playthrough. What did we do to get rid of... What did we do to defeat the Master? I can't remember which option we used. But yeah, the videos are all up on YouTube now. Because I'm affiliate, but not partner. So everything stays around for 2 weeks. But yeah, my VODs are up on YouTube. There's a link to the YouTube channel on the channel page if you're curious. You're more than welcome to check them out. Wait, what? No. Why is someone... But yeah, the Metro novels, I think. Or at least Stalker. Stalker the game doesn't predate Fallout, but that was based on a Russian short story as well, wasn't it? Oh, thank you, Damien. That's so kind of you. Had less confused meandering than this does. I'm finding Fallout 2 is a tougher nut to crack. You mentioned something about a watch. Alright. Okay, take me to your garden again. Because there is not a goddamn thing here. What's the only thing I can think of then? That something's run off screen. But that would be a really silly way to fail the quest. Like, that feels like it's... Yeah, I've been hitting it pretty sparingly too. I'm beginning to suspect like I've just screwed my chances in Vault City. But yeah, I'm absolutely starting to hit that more so that I just don't end up wasting folks' time running around in circles. So that's a really good point though, Coco. Very much appreciated. I'm just trying to clear out the rats from Farrell's farm, and I've blown holes in like everything here. But it's not popping the quest for me. Like, it's not completing it. I came by, I wonder if part of the problem is I came by like much earlier level. When I was much earlier level, and I left the place because I was getting destroyed by the creatures here. And now I wonder if that's why it's not complete, not registering it as completed now. Like it needs to be done in one stretch. What the heck is that? Right. Alright, I'm going to regroup, folks, at this point, because I've already taken up more of your time. I've already taken up more of your time than I intended to, but it has been an absolute blast spending Friday night with you all. I really appreciate your company, and I really appreciate your conversation as well, especially when we were getting into some of the heavier real-world topics too. Thank you again, son, for the recommendation to read the abstract. I'm definitely going to be starting with that on the IPCC report. But yeah, like that. Like in lieu of anything else, it just feels like a point that you can start at in terms of just doing something. It feels like some sort of action. On a happier note, again, the question for Friday night streams is, what is the best thing that's happened to you this week? And I've got to say that probably the best thing that happened to me this week happened this afternoon, because my daughter, we went out shopping because I had to pick up like socks. I needed new socks because all of my socks have holes in them, because I wear them around the house without shoes. And she wanted to get something for Halloween, and initially she was going to get like a little devil mask, which looked really cute, but she ended up getting buying like a little ghost costume. And she was so earnest about wanting to put it on before my partner came home, so that when my partner came home, she wouldn't know that she was there and could only see the ghost. And we didn't quite go down that path because long story short, my partner was planning on making like a ghost costume with her, or potentially making one for Halloween, but they kind of ran out of time because it's a very busy period for both of us at the moment. So, and anyway, well, after my partner came home, we talked about like, is it cool that she has like just an off-the-shelf costume? And my partner was like, yeah, that's okay. And so my partner left the room, and then my daughter put the ghost costume on, and then just the sight of her running across the room making ghost noises at my partner after she goes, it's a ghost, and we're both like just hamming it up, going, and just how she was just running around the room just making the most adorable ghost noises. It was so good. It made my week, just watching her run like in her little ghost costume. So that's the best thing that happened to me this week. So thank you so much again for your company, lovely people. I'm just going to have a quick look-see to see who is around on Twitch and see if we can find someone to raid.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and for live content, come join me on Twitch.